Good,
we're live.
Live? What? Wait, nothing's on?
Go on.
We're not doing Instagram Live today?
Wait,
so I'm going to entertain you for a few minutes. Well, I got my phone. Yeah.
iPad, please.
iPad. You pad. We all pad. So it's been a great week here at Capshaw Studios in beautiful British Columbia. It was so lovely, wasn't it, to have Josh and Lisa and the family here.
The absolute best.
Who would imagine that our very first visitor would be Josh Josephson himself, famous of the, I would say eponymous, but it was actually Josh's parents who started Josephson Opticians in the Toronto area. They ended up with a bunch of stores and sold that all off. And now Josh is semi-retired. He still has lots of things on the go. And his dog Lisa, who's a very dear friend, moved to Vancouver a number of years ago. Chris Parsons is lying, I suppose. And they have two wonderful kids, Ethan and Ben.
They're the sweetest.
I have to give a special shout out to Cousin Billy.
Yes.
So why do we do a special shout out to Cousin Billy?
I trade repairs for crab.
Repairs for crab. What help can we turn these lights on?
I don't think so.
That's good.
Okay.
I like it.
Sure.
Love the lights. So Willa mended a pair of Cousin Billy's work pants, and in exchange, he not only gave us crab, he gave us the full crab experience.
He did.
Oh, let me get the door.
Okay.
You tell the people what that means.
It means that the group got taken out on boat. They got to pull the crab. That's my mom at the door. Wondering what's going on. And they got to pull up the crab and kill the crab, and we brought it to the beach, and we did a little beach campfire, and boiled up some crab, and it was delicious, and ridiculously good. And now I owe another repair Billy because I got more crab because my repair was worth
A lot.
So today we're making bread. We're making Jewish Rye Bread.
What makes it Jewish? Is it circumcised?
Well,
Does it give you lots of guilt? Does it not call its mother?
It has no butter in it. It has no eggs in it. I use olive oil and fish salt.
This is what I meant right here. Isn't this amazing? This is this love and devotion right here.
You know what? It was called Jewish bread. It's really good.
When you Google Jewish Rye Bread, this is what came up. And actually, so Willa and I gave Josh and his family a really special treat. Two really special treats. Are you gonna steal the cat?
What? The cat want to go with you, Mom? I don't know.
So Jenny comes and kidnaps our. I'm sorry to take you on tangents, but Jenny often kidnaps our cat, and it's okay. She co-parents our cat. It doesn't make sense to her. So Jenny and the Bradshaws have always had cats, and Willa loves. Oh, there's the sleepy face Ella. She's all disoriented.
Yeah, she's a little bit tired.
So because of Willa and because of this video series that we're doing, hey, look, Claudio Aprile is here. Hey, Claudio, nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. Phil is here. Who else is here? Caspero with an M. There's no M in Caspero. AJ Alberti, nice to see you, Joe. So we started doing all kinds of recipes around Passover time. Because I was all down and depressed because we had to cancel our Passover feast here in Tofino. And that's what's symbolized by that matzah up on the wall. Was the very first thing that we started doing with our Passover recipes. And during that time, I actually demonstrated, and still can and will, I'm warning you, how to make my pastrami. Beef brisket, cured, spiced. In fact, for the very first time on Instagram TV and Facebook Live, this is my own spice rub. We are able to sell this for Mustard HQ in our own slightly smaller jars for the low price of yet to be determined. I haven't figured it out yet. Willa's still working on the labels. And it's okay. So I was saying that we made another brisket a few weeks ago with Capital Iron, which is a wonderful hardware store in Victoria, BC. And we needed a rye bread. Well, Janice Mansfield, who's a local chef and baker in Victoria, stepped up. She knocked it out of the park.
Yes.
And we wanted to repeat that success, and we couldn't ask Janice to come all the way to Tofino. It's 5 hours away. So Willa, who is the baker in the family, said, sorry. We're trading places because I am the savory and she is the baker. And I have early childhood baking trauma that I've still yet to get over. My therapist and I are working on it. But Willa comes from a wonderful baking tradition. In fact, Jenny and Sandy just this morning, her parents, were making their own loaves of bread.
That's right.
And so Willa learned at the feet of the mistress and the master, and this is part of your family tradition.
It is. And so yeah, I found a little bit like, found a good recipe, or at least I thought it would look like a good recipe on King Arthur flour. So
which is a legendary source.
Yes, they are like
English. American?
They're American actually. They're like
Kraft,
New England's
Millery.
Yeah.
Miller.
Right. And they have amazing website with lots of tips and lots of
Say it again, King Arthur.
King Arthur flour.
Right. The guy with the sword and the stone.
Yeah.
And so when Josh was here, Ian Riddick of Heartwood Kitchen Outfitters in downtown nearby Ucluelet, BC, was so kind to invite us to do a pop-up. We brought a brisket. Willa brought the rye bread. I sliced it all up nice and beautiful. And this was Willa's first and knocked it out of the park.
Well, it wasn't my first rye bread.
No.
It's my first.
Well, this so
prep of fruits, rats, and herbs.
That, and I said that in the.
So it was my first time using this recipe though. And this recipe called for all sorts of like crazy things. And I was like, let's just do this because it's weird and crazy. So.
Oh, you can see what I'm doing there too.
I can. Cameras. So this recipe is like a 2.5 day process. So the night before, you make what's called a sour. And the sour is 2.5 cups of rye flour. I'm sorry, I'm pointing to my rye flour. It's my rye flour here.
No, I'll be the Nirvana White.
Yes, thank you. 2.5 cups of rye flour. I think it was like a cup of water. I'd have to double check.
Water.
And my rye. So I made some rye sourdough starter, which for kids playing along.
In the Willa Bradshaw home game. So that's what the rye. Ooh.
Oh yeah, careful.
Get it all over your keyboard. There you go.
On my keyboard.
Now you weren't sure with the texture, were you?
I was really worried about it when I first started making it.
And who helped you out?
Duff Goldman helped me out.
I'm teaching her my name dropping skills. See what I'm doing here? I'm passing along the name
dropping.
So
he's a lovely man and he's so helpful. And I was really worried because when you make a rye sourdough starter.
Hey, Anthony Walsh is in the house. One of Canada's truly great chefs. Sorry, I'm interrupting and I won't do that.
It's really dry because rye flour absorbs a lot of the water. So it's not as sloppy as a normal sourdough would be. So I was really worried about it. I was like, it's really sticky. It's not doing anything. Anyways,
Duff stepped up and made you feel better.
He
you were doing
was
it
just
right.
like, you're doing fine. I was like,
I'm not Duff Goldman. That's Duff. If somebody's gonna know, you grew up Orthodox.
Did he really?
He grew up in a kosher household.
No idea.
That's true. So Duff knows rye bread like nobody's business.
Yeah. So it was like a rounded tablespoon of the sourdough starter, and then
you took it out of the fridge 12 hours before.
12 hours before, just to let it
loosen up.
Well, it has to reactivate because the yeast goes to sleep, basically, in the fridge, or it slows down its metabolic processes, basically. So you combine all of those the night before, and you just let it do its thing. And then you also make old. And old is like...
OLD?
Yeah.
Or OLD with the EP.
Oldie. You make it old. And an old is basically old rye bread that you slice up and you soak with water overnight.
Like a loaf of old bread?
No, just like a cup.
Like
so it's like a slice
of
old bread that you slice into, you cube it, you stick some water on it, and then in the morning you wring it out. And use about 1/3 of a cup of that. So that's what you make the night before, because your sour. Okay, your sour needs to sit for like 16 hours before, just to, I guess, to get the yeast all going. And then, so I made the bread, actually, I combined everything about an hour or so ago. So I'm just going to play you like a 6-minute video of what that was like. And I'm going to, please let me know if you can hear it. And I'm going to turn the Instagram camera to watch the screen because that's the best I can do, unfortunately. So, welcome to our home. It's, yeah, you guys can watch each other. There you go. Okay, Instagram. There's my computer. Very exciting. Here we go. Maybe. Let's go a little bit lower. Okay, so add to stream. Here I am. Let's see if this works. How do I do this? Yeah. Sorry, guys. There we go. So I'm going to be combining. This is my old bread. It kind of looks like oatmeal at the moment. This is how it's supposed to look. Hi, yes. Okay, so we lost the audio somehow. I'm going to just go back. Okay. This view. Does that help? This is my ground. Usually you use ground caraway. So I'm just going to go back. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Which is like caraway, but it's Indian. And, okay. I'm going to use about, that's probably like a teaspoon of ground. I'm going to use, and get things really messy, I'm going to use a tablespoon of whole seeds as well. It'll be a really nice flavor. I'm going to use some of my instant yeast. This is the yeast my sister got from my mom. Now, it calls for a teaspoon. I actually don't know how much is in one of these packages. 2 teaspoons. Last time I used the whole package because I didn't trust my starter. It seems to just fine. It rose really well. I'll just use 1 this time. We'll see how that goes. I'll probably have to put this in the fridge afterwards, though. Oops, I don't want that in there. Keep mixing. 2 teaspoons of salt. So our kosher salt pig right here. Salt generally impedes the yeast, so I'm not too sure how that will work, but what else? And there's my flour. Water still needs to get added. So basically I'm just mixing this all up, and it's supposed to turn out to be kind of a I think it was described in the recipe as a shaggy mass. So that's what we're going for. Shaggy mass. This is where I split it up just because no one wants to see me mixing. So there's my shaggy mass. Shaggy-ish mass. Sure. Oops. It's going to be a messy day. I'm going to pull this together. And it needs to get kneaded for about 10 minutes on an unfloured surface. So I wiped down my surface, cleaned off my surface before I started this whole thing. And then I'm going to knead for 10 minutes, I guess. Sure. And then this needs to rise. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. And again, this is me kneading for 10 minutes. If I had done it over at my parents' house, they had like a KitchenAid. It would have taken me like almost no time because you can knead it with your dough hook and it goes a lot faster. But there we go. My arms got a really good workout. And
this is so cool. I love the effect.
Where did Zane put the oil? I couldn't find the oil. Smell. Oil in the bowl. Put the sides so the dough doesn't stick. And it's rising. There's a bit of dough in there as well. And I'll kind of rub it around, flip it, so it gets covered with oil too. And I'll help it not stick as well. And wash your hands. That sound in the background is the sound of the kettle boiling. So I added my arms are tired. Oh my god. Jelly. With some saran.
Is that the saran sound?
Putting it in. When the water's boiled, I'm just going to throw it in that hot plate so that the kind of chamber fills with steam and it keeps it nice and warm. And then we'll check back in when it's hopefully risen. That's my.
Well done, Willa.
Thank you. Thank you very
I'm
much.
I'm so impressed.
There we go. Okay.
We had production quality, production values right there.
Well, I don't know about that.
Acting skills.
But
we had what else do we have?
We
Technique, content. You're over here. You're over here this time.
So that was me this morning. I was a little bit frantic because I wanted to have at least an hour rise on the bread because that's how long it takes.
You can't rush bread.
No, you can't.
There's no shortcuts. There's no.
So, just to let you know, we don't have like a proofer in our house, but we do have an oven. And what I did was I put a pie plate on the bottom rack filled with boiling water, and I turned the oven light on. And as long as you still have one of those lovely incandescent bulbs that throws up a little bit of heat.
Really? So all the heat in the oven, you didn't turn the oven on at all?
Didn't turn the oven on at all.
This is just from the heat of the light?
The heat of the light and the hot water,
wow.
So the steam. So it creates a really nice, warm, moist environment for the bread. I'm actually going to switch the racks now too. So this bread, to get like the lovely shiny texture of like a rye loaf, you cook with steam. So we're cooking it on a breadstone as well, or in our case, a barbecue stone.
A lava rock, in fact.
And does that fit? So I'm going to move my lava rock up, and I'm going to stick this tray underneath.
I'm assisting.
Bottom rack. And then the other thing that I'm going to heat up with it is on the bottom rack. cast iron frying pan. So,
a hand-me-down from the Botanical Garden.
which is wonderful. So,
Yes. George Patterson, thank you very much for the cast iron pan. We love you.
so I'm going to preheat the oven to 460, and that's going to heat for an hour, which is the length of our second rise. They'll get the pan really hot so that when I add the boiling water, it's just going to instantly fill with steam. So this is our loaf, and it rose.
Beautiful.
There it is there.
Nice rise.
Pop it out here.
Pop it out.
Thank you. I'm going to give it a quick
You need this bowl again?
fold. No. No, we don't. And we're just going to let that rest for a second while we
The
get
dishwasher will take care of that later.
Yeah, who's the dishwasher today?
Before I started in the kitchen world, that's where I'm going to end up. So there you go. So I'm okay with that. It's a normal profession. I'm good at it.
Right.
All of these dishes over here.
Those were all done by you. You're fantastic. See? Fantastic. So, the last thing what we're going to do with this bread before it goes in for a second rise is we're going to get it ready to go. So, since we are cooking it on the stone, we're actually going to prep it on the back of a cookie sheet.
Why is that?
We're going to use the cookie sheet like one of those red peels. Yeah, exactly. So we're just going to kind of shove it off of it.
Interesting.
But if we were cooking without a stone, I would use the other stone.
That's neat. Does this need to be cleaned off with this?
No, because we're using it as a peel.
Love it.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But we are going to put some parchment paper on it. Maybe.
I wish I would have left the door open when we had it before. Sorry.
It's okay. It's just we have a lot of stuff in our drawers, so it's
A lot of junk in our trunk.
Dishwasher extraordinaire, you're being called.
By Samantha. Thank you. Right there from Newfoundland. We love our Newfoundlanders.
We do.
Who else is here? Sandra. Oh, it sounds good. I made multi. Oh, Sandra made multi-grain today.
Nice.
And Monica's here. Monica says, leave it. Got the can here. I think cat here.
Oh, the cat? Oh, can you hear the cat? She
Singing in the background.
sings in the background, exactly. Oh, yeah, see, right there. On cue. So we're going to take our loaf and we're going to be very gentle because rye bread breaks really easily.
Like literally splits apart, or?
No, it gets tears. So if you handle it too roughly, you'll get a tear in the surface. And that's like an unsellable, like you don't.
Never.
Exactly. It's for us. It
You, I
doesn't
would buy
matter
it.
as
If it
much.
was from that face, I would buy it.
Okay, so we're going to have this guy kind of in a rough, oblong shape.
You can be gentle. It's
I'm
nice.
trying to be as gentle as I can, and then fold a third. And I think you put the sides in.
When Willa made this the first time, I watched her watching a YouTube video for like 20 seconds, stop, then she would do it, 20 seconds, stop.
Yeah, how do you do it?
One of the things I've learned from Willa is how to use YouTube to learn anything. And this is essentially what we're doing here for you as well. This is our own version of something that Willa learned, and that's what skills are. They're knowledge that gets passed down from one person to another. And Willa's had success with this, and it's wonderful to show other people.
We're just folding in the ends, and we're going to roll it up to kind of look like a little bit of a football shape. So it's up a little bit. It's pretty good, though. It is going to, get a little bit bigger in size as well. So just remember that, make it a little bit longer, and it's not going to, still going to get this. It's pretty good, actually. So this rises for another 45 minutes, an hour. And that's about as long as our oven's going to need to prep. So
It's exactly the right shape. It looks Perfect.
Yeah.
Now, last time you had cuts, which is the traditional look.
Yeah, so
When do you do that?
we do that right before we bake. So right before we bake, I'm gonna hit it with some water, and I'm gonna sprinkle my ajwan on.
Which is an Indian version of caraway seeds. Slightly different flavor, slightly smaller seed, and it's something that we use in our curries.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna add some vertical slits because that's traditional.
Sure. Or you could put them on the bias and do it like your own way.
Yeah.
Or whatever you want.
You do you. So this is gonna get covered with a little bit
Plastic wrap.
plastic wrap again. And
Unless they're paying us, we don't have to use brand names.
yeah, I agree. And, you know, I just grew up calling it that,
I
so
know.
it's so good. And we're gonna keep this in a warm place. So I'm gonna put this near my oven. My vent is over there. It's gonna be throwing off nice heat, so this should stay nice and warm.
And it's going to rise again.
It's gonna rise again. It's not gonna double or do anything crazy, but it's gonna get a little bit bigger. And
How long is this rise?
it's about another half hour, 45 minutes.
What are we going to do with these people while it's rising?
We're gonna let them go, and we'll just do like a really quick we're putting the bread in the oven video if you want.
In a half an
In
hour.
half an hour.
And then we'll show that's like part 2 of the...
Yeah, we'll do a part 2.
What a great idea. So Willa's giving you all of her basic techniques, how she makes her traditional Jewish rye bread. We hope you've enjoyed that. We did show you the last time how we eat the rye bread. So spoiler alert is all done.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. And
It tastes very good.
but this, putting it all together from the starter, from the sour,
Sour.
to the starter,
Mm.
to the old,
Mhm.
to the...
Yeah, so you got your sour and your old goes into making the bread, and then the bread rises, and then you make it into a loaf, and then you rise it and bake your loaf, and you're.
Well, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
I
Don't
feel
spoil it.
like bread making is like a black art.
Well
Like,
said.
It's one of those like you just do, and you're just like, I hope I didn't kill it.
Well, and this is actually a good opportunity. We're gonna let you go in 2 seconds. Special shout out to Katie Hayes.
Oh my goodness!
Because if you want to talk
Yes.
with the mistress of the black art of bread making, it's that force of nature herself.
She is amazing.
On our first visit to Newfoundland, when myself, Jonathan Richler, and Willa all collaborated
Mhm.
with the Navigators
Oh,
to produce the ultimate smoked meat sandwich by the sea. It was actually Katie Hayes who saved the day by stepping in and inviting Willa and I, mostly Willa, to make our rye loaves at her Buena Vista Social Club in East Amherst Cove, Newfoundland. And if you've never been, do yourself a favor and go. She and Shane do something extremely special there.
It is.
You have to see it to believe it.
It's the most, and it was the most magical experience. You know, we woke up at like 4 a.m. Chris knocked on our door
Chris Shepherd
and
picked us up and
picked
drove
us up
us.
and drove us.
Bleary-eyed.
Yeah.
Katie had green coffee beans roasting on the countertop that her uncle sent her from Costa Rica, rustic loaves, warm blueberry preserves, hand-churned butter.
Yeah.
And I stood there and enjoyed it while these guys worked.
Yeah. Big shout out to John as well.
And John Abbott. John Abbott,
Yeah.
exactly. And John was part of all of our
Yeah.
Roots Ransom Wars experience until he changed sides and worked with Mark Lapine, and I will never forgive him. That's not true. I was hosting, and John was working, and John, we love you no matter what. You're a brother, maybe even from the same mother, because you never know. Actually, with mothers, you do know. So that's our show for today. Tune in for the exciting conclusion of Willa Bake's traditional rye bread. She is magnificent, isn't she? I'm married very, very well. I'm Zane Kaplansky. She's Willa.
Bradshaw.
Thank you. And together we are Team
Captcha.
Bye-bye.
Oops, sorry guys. Where's my hand? Where's my hand?
Just cold.